Thursday. Hello, everybody. Wow, how about it's a beautiful day?
So you're in a hurry? Well, you better calm down. We're all friends around you, just join the fun. 'Cause if you're in a hurry, you're missing the point. Should enjoy the fruits of life instead of chasing coins. Because it's a beautiful day. Isn't so come on, let's play. Forget the rush, you're in and find a good spot. Sit down and join us as we sing a good song. Keep back, relax, and just follow along. Oh, we got plenty of time. Taking it easy won't cost you a dime. Throw another log onto the fire. Because it's a beautiful day. And come on, let's play.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, everybody. How we doing? It's Thursday. It is Thankful Thursday. So let's see who we got in here to be grateful for. I'm grateful for all of you, but thank you to the ones who are coming in this morning and share. Ricky and Josie, Kathy Hand, Blue Jean. Oh, hi, sweet Blue Jean. Are you home yet? Or are you still at the hospital? Give us an update what's going on in your world. And everybody, just check in. Just tell us what's happening, where you are. And like it says on the screen, what are you grateful for? Give me one thing that you're grateful for this morning. All right, so let's get to it. Let's do the heart brain with the hand on the heart. Slow down the breathing. Add in the love. And I'm going to start with I am grateful. Whew, I am loved. I am enough. I am unapologetically me. I am happy. I am so glad I'm here another day on this planet. Thank you, God. So much gratitude. Oh, thank you for calling in our Deirdre. I did share it with her. All right, so let's have some gratitude going on. Come on, you guys. You know how to do this. What are you grateful for? And Blue is home. Maria's with Mary Jane. Okay, I leave her at 2 p.m. Oh, the surgery's today. I thought she had the surgery yesterday. All right. Oh, I bet. Hello, sweet fur babies. Gizmo, did you see yourself on Facebook? I borrowed your picture, Blue Jean, and I used that for the blog last night. So show Gizzy that he is a star on Facebook. Good morning, Suzanne. All right. I'm going to check in with that message and read the message for you all. It's called The Stuck Cat. And I love this story. Okay, so hang on, let me. Auntie Jean is up, yay! All right, people who wonder if the glass is half empty or half full miss the point. The glass is refillable. And we don't know who said that, but I'm so glad they did. I've been wondering that for years. It's like, just put more water in it. All right, the stuck cat. One day, an old man was taking a stroll in the forest when he suddenly saw a little cat stuck in a hole. The poor animal was struggling to get out, so he gave him his hand to get him out. But the cat scratched his hand out of fear. The man pulled his hand while screaming with pain, but he did not stop. He tried to give a hand to the cat again and again. Another man was watching the scene. He screamed, "For God's sake, stop helping this cat. He's going to get himself out of there." The other man ignored him. He just continued saving the animal until he finally succeeded. And then he walked to that man and said, "Son, it is the cat's instincts that made him scratch and hurt, and it's my job to love and care." Dear angels, I can identify so much with all these characters at some point in my life. I have been that stuck, angry cat, striking out at those who reach a helping hand. I've had many people give up on me because of my stubbornness and my refusal to be helped. I've also been the one reaching out and getting bitten. I've also not understood the persistence of those wanting to help when it wasn't welcomed or accepted. I think we can all learn from this story of unconditional love, and each of us has to decide how much pain we will endure along the journey before we stop trying. Dear ones, there are many reasons a person wants to help others. Sometimes it is stubbornness and control, which never ends well. However, if you want to help out of pure love and care, that energy will be acknowledged by the one who is hurting. We encourage you, though, to be respectful of the one you are pouring your helpful energy toward. If they are resisting, as the little kitten in your story, there is something going on that they may not be ready to relinquish in order to accept your help. People do not change just because you want them to change. Each of you has to come to terms with your own divine plan and what is necessary for you to understand the lessons behind the experience you are encountering. If you are forced out of your lesson, it most likely will need to be repeated at another time. We say to you that your only job is to love. Examine your own journey, dear ones. You are here on purpose, and the experiences you are having are to fulfill your divine mission. How you interact with others who are part of your experience will determine if you are fully getting the understanding you came here to receive. It can be a tough lesson sometimes, and we are aware of that. It can also be your lesson to propel you to a higher level of compassion and understanding of your soul. Dear angels, today I promise to use my intuition as I offer love and support to others and honor their soul lesson. Wow, I so needed this message last night that the angels gave. I've been one of those that has been the fixer. I wanted somebody to be fixed. I wanted whatever was going on in their life to just get better. And I think many of us who are awakened individuals those of us who really want to help others understand, sometimes we don't realize that that person needs that experience. They need to hit rock bottom, or they need to go down that path and run into a tree. But we think, oh, we've got all the answers and we can fix that. But I know that I've run into it many, many times where it's like, nope, I just have to let them go down that path and pray and hold space and hope for the very best outcome. And that's all we're here for, is to love. We're not here to force anybody to accept our love. We're just here to give that love unconditionally. Okay, so let's see who came in while I was reading that. Oh my gosh, our Sally De La Rosa. Hello, hello. And Kathy says, I'm grateful for a supportive husband who is actually keeping me grounded at this time. Wonderful. Sally and Tony, good morning. This morning I'm grateful for Tony. She is my rock and my wall to bounce ideas and thoughts off from. She is the analytical side of my brain. I love that. Mama Hada Bear, good morning to you. And Ricky, I'm grateful that the test came back negative for hepatitis for our friend Jenna. Well, I am too. What a great relief and what a blessing and a miracle. Thank you for sharing. Julie Kiss. Hi, sweet Julie. Thank you for being here. And Kathy says, wow, Teri, I love this blog. It's how we are trying to proceed with Colin. We are only showing our love. If he's not ready to accept it, then we'll tell him he needs to leave our home until he is ready to get help. Yeah, you can't enable. That's the other part of this whole story, right? We're to offer our love, period. If we start enabling, which is what it was talking about, keep reaching our hand, even if that person's not accepting it. Sometimes we force them into a certain thing, and that's just enabling. And I've done it. I've been the enabler, but no more. I don't do that anymore. I just allow, accept, align, allow, as our Marietta teaches us. And Marietta says, we are on the move in sweet dreams. We spent the night with a college friend at his dock near Stuart, Florida. I know where that's at. It's a beautiful day here, and now we're grateful and happy. Oh, Marietta, I am very, very happy at this news. I want you all to have the best experience possible on Sweet Dreams. And Sally says, oh, Teri, absolutely, and that's including family. This was my sister's and my falling out. She played herself out to be very enlightened and then turned. Wow, what a lesson to learn. Wound up with a negative attachment and 6 months in hell. Not worth wearing that superhero cape. Rip it off and burn it. Yes, indeed, we are not superheroes. We are our own superhero. The only person we can have any control over is ourselves. And definitely do that. Definitely help yourself when there's stuff going on. But get in touch with who you are and what you need and what your journey is. So many people ask, why am I here? What's this journey all about? What am I supposed to be doing? Only you can decide that. Only you can find that mission that you're here for. Kathy, going to call the hospital's care clinic to see if they can see Colin today. I think they're able to help get state insurance and hopefully care for his abscess. Good. Checking everything out. And we're just going to see him getting the help that he needs, Kathy. I see it happening. Okay, Kuan Yin had a card that jumped right out at me, so that's going to be our message from Kuan Yin today. And let me see what that is. Good morning, Oksana. Oksana says, I am grateful for my fresh, delicious carrot apple juice. I'm grateful for all the knowledge I receive with my open heart. I'm grateful for my kind words. I'm grateful for tiny miracles. Oh, how sweet. So happy you're here, Oksana. All right, so Kathy, yeah, you got to set boundaries, Kathy. That's the thing, is with other people. You have to stick to your boundaries. And if people don't honor your boundaries, then you have to make decisions. So that may be the decision you make with Colin. And be okay with that. Because if we're not okay standing up for ourselves, we're going to waver and we're going to give in. So know what your boundaries are and definitely make them known and then stick to it. And Sally said, it's only love and support you can offer. Support to do better, make better choices, and see his self-worth in a new light. Yeah, lots of love and light your way, Kathy, and just move forward. I feel you're that stuck cat. That's what I feel as I'm looking at what's going on with you. So climb up out of that hole. You know you can. You got this. And we're right there. We're all reaching out. But you've got to do the work to get out of the hole. Julie Kiss. Grateful for all the blessings that God offers us daily. Oh, absolutely. Joanne Castrillo says, oh my goodness, your message to Kathy matches completely to a situation I'm dealing with at work. There's a lot of challenge right now, you guys, a lot of struggle. But you know what? This question that's on the screen right now, what are you grateful for? That's what's going to ground you and bring you back to balance and bring you to look at what is going on, what's real here, what's real in my world that I have control over. Because when we feel that spin, we're not centered, we're not balanced to where things can move around us, but it's not going to turn us with it. So quit turning, quit spinning, and get the balance. And let's see what Kuan Yin has for us this morning. Change is in the air. Oh, this is a 5-day. Oh, Kuan Yin, you're so smart. I just have to check something before I read this because I think my battery... Okay, it's charging. It was almost gone on my computer. All right, change is in the air. Sometimes we take things for granted and forget to stop and realize how incredible the ordinary things can be. Growth does not seem improbable. Nope. Read it again, Teri. Growth does often seem improbable, yet it happens every day in many ways. So too is something growing in your life that seems, at the moment, unlikely or impossible. Yet it will happen anyway. Have faith. Trust your feelings and relax. Change is in the air. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm hearing, is when that change comes, go with the flow. Go with it, whatever it may be. I have to tell you all that Sharon and I witnessed a miracle yesterday. We had scheduled to go to Sedona because y'all know we got that beautiful retreat coming up in just less than 3 weeks. And we were going to Sedona yesterday to look at the place where we're going to be meeting and just to look around Sedona and enjoy a day there. And we had this all planned out. This was the second time that we had planned to go to Sedona. So I get up yesterday morning and I hear water, and I look out the back of her apartment. It's totally dry. There's nothing going on. I'm thinking, but I know I hear water. And I go open the front door and it's pouring down rain. And it was one of those where I guess started on one side of the building until it moved to the other side. So it was really raining, really, really heavy downpour. So I thought to myself, well, I don't like to drive in the rain, especially when it's a heavy rain and I can't see the road ahead of me. And if you've ever been to Sedona, you guys, it's not a straight road. It goes winding around a mountain, and sometimes it's pretty precarious getting in there. So I said, well, I don't know, we're going to have to rethink this. So when Sharon got up, I talked to her and I said, I'm not comfortable driving on those roads, especially in the heavy rain. So we made the decision together that we were going to postpone the trip yet again. So that's 2 times now that we were supposed to go up, and for some reason we didn't. We found out just a little bit later that there was flooding there in Sedona, and we probably would have not been able to get all the way in on that windy road. So the angels were taking care of us already. They went before us to stop us from even going and getting on the road to drive up, which is about a 2-hour drive from her house. The angels always know, and they always are helping us to see signs. So had I not had that, what is my word? My trepidation about driving in the rain, we probably would have headed out, and we probably would have gotten stuck somewhere along the way. So there's a reason and a purpose for everything. So don't think that just because something is going on that it's a bad thing. Like I just don't like driving in the rain. I don't like not being able to see. And when it's a heavy rain or a heavy fog or snow or whatever it is, and I can't see the road, I'm willing to just stop. and that's what we did. And because we stopped, we were safe. And it ended up being such a beautiful day for both of us. We had things we needed to do, and so we were able to take care of some business and get a really productive day going for us. So that's my miracle that happened yesterday, and I just wanted to share that with you all. That it's just really amazing to me how these angels take care of us in any situation. Okay, so Sally's got a message here. Let me see if I can see what you're doing. Today's 3/23/23. Oh my gosh, it sure is. Look at those 3s. I love the energy of 3s. Somehow a few weeks ago I was excited to see what this date brought in. Tony and I woke up, and while having coffee and texting a message to Jesse, I started singing the song, Every Rose Has Its Thorn, and I looked at my phone and I wrote the name Rose out. That was my sister's name, and her song for her son. His last name is Thorn. I believe my mom is already sending messages. Oh, how sweet. Yes, yes, indeed. Our loved ones in spirit definitely reach out and let us know that they're still with us, still helping us along the way. I was looking at some of my stuff on Facebook, my messages, and I came across a message from Shelley's son. Shelley's son is her only child, and I have an only daughter, and they share the same birthday. So he was talking about his mom in such a beautiful way, and I just had to let him know that she had talked about him a lot, and that that he and my daughter shared the same birthday. So I thought that was pretty cool. A little sign from Shelley last night that I even saw his message, because I'm not friends with him. And Kathy was so proud of Bob last night. He handled everything so well. Good. Staying calm and handling it with ease and grace. I loved that. Good. Oh, Marlena's middle name is Rose. That's awesome. Awesome. Hello, Annie7. Thank you for being here. And Oksana says, today I offer my appreciation to all objects around me. My keyboard that allows me to type. The screen of my PC that allows me to see. My clothes that keep my body warm. Trees that make me happy. Trees make me happy too. Very happy. So thank you, Oksana. Sally says, my daughter Christina's is Rose too, and my last name means of the rose, like wing born from the rose. Jean L'Oreal, I know, isn't that crazy? We're in the desert, you guys, and we're getting flooding. This is insane with this weather and all of the stuff that's going on. And the place that flooded, I've been there. I've been to that area of Sedona. So the rain, if you could have seen it, it was relentless, and it was this heavy, heavy rain for most of the morning. So I'm not surprised that there was flooding. And they also were evacuating because of the flooding. So crazy. Christina, hello, good morning. We must be careful, though, in some situations. If one keeps blaming others for not being enlightened, perhaps the problem is not with others, and besides, that's judging. Yeah, it is. We always judge. We're humans, and we're going to judge. We're going to compare. We're going to use our experience to match up to what we're seeing in other people. So thank you for bringing that to us. And Kathy, maybe it needed a good washing. Well, yeah, it's the desert, so it's dusty, and everything in it is dusty. I lived here. I lived in right outside of Phoenix for 3 years, and boy, sweeping the floor 3 or 4 times a day was necessary, because that dust gets in every crack. It comes through the doors, the windows. There's no getting away from the dust in the desert. Yeah. Sally, very grateful for the early spring flowers. I wish you all could see the flowers that are blooming here in Arizona. They're just beautiful. And the cactus also. Lots of blooming going on everywhere here in the desert. You have 100% precipitation today. Oh boy. Wow. All right. Well, let's get a message from the angels. What do you say? Anybody ready for that? Yeah, Kathy, it is relentless. It's everywhere. There is no escaping the dust. It's everywhere. And then they have these big haboob storms that come in, the dust storms, and just cover everything with dust. It's really crazy out here. Kathy, you'd like 33 today. Okay. Let's see what 33 brings us from the tiny book. Let me read Jean L'Oreal's message first. I'm grateful for the love in this family. It sustains me even when I don't know what is going on. Dust is my inner enemy. Desert life can be a challenge, but no snow. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I believe there is snow where you're at, Jean L'Oreal. Yeah, Kathy, it's called a haboob. It's like this big storm that builds and carries the dust, and it's like a blanket. You can't see through it, and it's very dangerous out here on the roadways. If you see one, because you know it's an open area, the desert is, so you can see it coming at you. And if you're driving, don't ever try to drive through one of those, because you will not be able to see the road. You won't be able to see people in front of you. It's like a blizzard, but it's with dust. And that's what they call it, is a haboob. Sally, you want message number 2? Okay. Simplicity, patience, compassion, and most of all, love are the ingredients that will turn your life into the best experience possible. Simply be without all the complications of trying to figure everything out, but rather trust in Source. Be patient with yourself, with others, and with your expectations in any given situation. Patience? We're supposed to be patient? And I think of the little cat story, and the cat that was trying to get out, and the person that kept putting his hand in and saying, "Here, I'll get you out now," instead of letting the kitten see if it could get out by itself. Having some patience with others as they go through their struggles and the things that are going on in their life. Sometimes we rush it, don't we? We want them fixed. We want it to happen now, for them to be happy and healthy and free of whatever's going on with their situation. Sometimes we just have to show patience. Sometimes we just have to let it be. Like it said, simply be without all the complications of trying to figure everything out, because we can't figure it out. Our brain, when we give it an assignment, our brain goes out to try to find something that's in that data that it can relate to, but sometimes the data is not available. Have you ever done a Google search and it doesn't find anything? I have. I've searched for things and it's not there, and I can't find the answer or find the answer that's relevant to what I'm asking. So sometimes when our brain tries to figure something out, it's like, oh, nope, don't have the data for that. And I haven't experienced it yet, or I haven't had the teaching from a master to have that understanding yet. But that's a yet. And yeah, like you, Jean Loriot, patience and trust are your 2 challenges. Yeah, I'd say that for me too. And let's see if anybody else has that. Let's put it up there on the screen. Anybody else have that as your challenges in this lifetime? I know for me, I've gotten a lot better with both of them, but I think I've gotten better with the trust than I have with patience. And I'm not normally an impatient person, but there's times when I'll watch somebody bang their head up against a wall 10 times before they decide that that wall's not going to move. And I'm like, well, you could have figured that out 9 times ago. So I think patience is the one that's an ongoing learning for me. And Christina says, me too, Jean. I've found more patience and even trust in very limited ways. In other ways, I've lost further trust than before. Yeah. Kathleen Caputo, patience is my nemesis. I love that. And Kathy Hand, her challenge is change. Whoops, my challenge is my alarm clock going off. I'm up, okay? And Joanne Castrillo, just thank you. Yep. Patience and trust. And Sally, your dad used to talk about the dust storms in, I can't say that word. He always wore a royal crown in his hair and was quite the sight when it was over if he got trapped outside. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine being outside in that dust storm either. I used to watch them roll in when I lived here, and I knew, close all the windows, put towels up against the bottom of the door so that that dust doesn't come in any more than what it's going to. And Kathy says, I do not like change. It can be scary and intimidating. Yeah, it can. Or you can welcome it with open arms. Accept, align, allow the changes that come in. And just let that be your your way of going with the flow, which is trust, right? If we're trying to row our oars upstream, or our canoe upstream with oars, it's a lot harder, and that's when it can get intimidating. That's when it can get challenging. But if we turn that boat around and drop the oars and just let it take us with the flow, wow, how much easier is that? Okay, so I just looked at the time, and my apologies for talking and not going into the prayers at this point. So let's do that. If you have any prayer requests, just put your loved ones in there, asking for prayers for my sweet sister Loretta, prayers for my friend Shelley, who just left her body a few days ago, and her sweet family is now figuring out how to go on with that hole in their heart. Anybody who's going through a loss right now, just lift them up, because it's tough. It's really tough saying goodbye when when there's a place where we're so used to being safe and secure and having somebody that's right there with us physically, and now we have to relate to them, or we get to relate to them in a different way. Oh, I love your message, Christina. I know you're on YouTube, so let me put it up so Kathy Han can see. And Christina says, few like change, Kathy. Actually, in psychology, any change, even change that is considered good, is considered a stressor. Yeah, because you're doing things in a different way or handling situations in a different way. Yeah, there's a lot of challenge going on. I'm sorry I'm not going to be able to read all of the comments. Some of them are pretty long. But let's get the prayers up so we can all remember whatever it is our loved ones are going through, and I'll add them to the list, to our big prayer list that we went over yesterday. And hello, Catherine Kovacs. So let's get into our prayers. And Kathy Hand, praying that the clinic will accept and help Colin, and that Colin accepts the help they can give him. Yes, indeed. All right, so any other prayer requests? And Sally, I know we haven't had an update on Robert in a bit. Is he still improving? I hope. And I hope the children are doing well, and everything is working as perfectly as it can in his situation. I did not get an update on Corey, Captain Corey. I was hoping to do that yesterday, and I didn't contact his mom. The time difference sometimes can be really wacky with them being in the UK. So any other updates? Anything going on? Catherine is asking that we pray for Michael's mom, Isabel. And oh, thank you, Christina. She says, Kathy, I will keep you in my prayers. Robert is improving, getting a bit down at this time, and Teri would really love to talk to you about sending him some cards and getting that address to you. Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, let's do that. And for the boys, I feel also to lift them up. Let me get this ticker off of there so we can pay attention to our prayers this morning. Marietta says, I gave out some of my cards last night, had an interesting conversation, AAA card, an EIWP, and the angel poem and smile. I have those cards, and yeah, I'm going to be passing those out as I travel around. Oh, Joanne, I know. Pixie, we need to lift sweet Pixie up. She's Captain Corey's mom, and, going through this horrible time of watching her 11-year-old decline. So, yeah, please lift both of them up. All right, so let's go into our hearts and pray for me as well, because I just got my airline ticket to fly to Florida and getting ready to go on the 2nd of April to go to this wonderful event where we're celebrating kidney transplantation and honoring the 48 years of my kidney transplant on that day, on April 2nd. So keep me lifted up for all the travel arrangements to be made, and the easy time to get to Orlando now is what I'm finding out, that might be a challenge for me once I get into Florida. So I'll see what happens there. So, but keep that in your prayers, that everything will work smoothly for me. All right, so let's go into our hearts and just do a release this morning. Release the thought that something has to be hard. This is what I'm hearing. When we trust, when we call on our faith, it doesn't have to be hard. If we go with the flow and remember the AAA, it happens with ease and grace. So just release any thought, any preconceived idea that your challenges and your struggles have to be hard. We all signed up for being here. We all said our yes. I'll come, I'll walk through the coals. I will have those challenges because I know I will grow from them. On the other side of every challenge is where we realize that we are stronger than we thought we were. That we were exactly in the place we were supposed to be in to learn those lessons. So there's no judgment, no criticism, but just encouraging everyone to release that thought that it has to be hard. It can happen with ease and grace, whatever the trial is, whatever that challenge. And we can ask for it to happen in that way. We can ask our angels for guidance. We can ask them to clear a path. And let's do that. Whatever it is that's going on that seems to be a little hard for you, that seems to be challenging and just not understanding sometimes the purpose of the fire that's going on, just ask to see. Ask to have eyes that can see and a heart that's willing to stay open to love. Kuan Yin says love is that energy that heals. So everyone that's on our prayer list, and I believe every one of you are on that prayer list. If you're not and you want to be, just let me know. And we're just going to send love to every name, every situation, every animal, every place. Just send love. Just allow. Just be in the energy of trust and ask for the patience so that we don't become frustrated. We don't want to rush into wanting to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed. To just allow and to just sometimes be the observer watching it play out. We don't have to be in the middle of the spin. So just take a breath into your heart and let's offer gratitude. Gratitude for the trials and challenges, for any struggle you're going through. Just be grateful because you're learning from that. You're learning what it is that your soul came here to understand. Just breathe in and be. Breathe out love. Breathe in love. And release any thought that something has to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. And be gentle with yourself. Stop criticizing yourself for not being what you think you're supposed to be through those challenges. Just allow the experience. Now let's breathe in again, feeling the love and sharing it over all of the prayer requests that we have, over everyone that has asked for prayer in the past or today. Loving each other. That's what we do so well. So on the count of 3, 2, 1, we say, thank you. I love you. I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a bright light in our world. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Oh, thank you, Sally. Prayers for Christina and her family. Prayers for a smooth flight. Thank you, Kathy. And just stay in your hearts today. Stay in that energy of love. And just allow the very best experience possible that you can have. All right. How about some Leo? Let me go grab him on YouTube and see if we can get our Leo moving along here. All right. My screen looked a little weird. And that's okay. I found him.
Earthlings, it's time to get up and get ready, because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play, it's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on the peace for peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead, wherever we may be. We create a portal where we can be together. The heart telephone is always one phone call away. Calling on the guys, the angels and the masters. Take a deep breath, we're going into a new dimension. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Cup full of joy, full of light, full of love. Bottomless refuse, spilling out from the top. Here, the coffee's always hot and the trust is always yours. The sun is calling out to play, let's put on a show. Today's a new day, we all part of this game. Let's play to win. Love always is the winning team. And you can slide with us, there is always no space in the pot. For more love, take a spot and get the day started. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cup full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cup full of joy with all the bees and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. Give me a cup full of joy. Give me a cup full of. full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yeah. Morning cuppa full of joy every day. Just start the day on a high five, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Yo. Give me a cup of joy. Cup of joy. Give me a 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 cup of joy. Cup of joy. Give me a 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 cup of joy.
Ooh, thank you, Leo. Thank you, Peas. I love you so, so much. Stay in your heart. Stay blessed. I'm trying to find it. There it is. Stay in your heart and stay blessed. And trust. That's our big message. Trust and allow. I will see you all later. Namaste, y'all. Bye for now.